I am Pam Martin. I'm 54, and I have 2 grown sons who love the Lord, and I can honestly say that God has been with me all the time. When I was 14, I met God in a Pentecostal church, and I learned very quickly that there were a lot of rules and a lot of services, and not really any instruction on how to have a relationship with God in between those services. A lot of emphasis was placed on your time down front, praying and crying and all the emotional part of it, but not really an instruction on how to grow. My mom and dad got divorced, and there was a lot of stigma around divorce and children of divorce. And we started experiencing some of the church hurt that comes along with that. People who considered mom less than or considered us less than because we didn't have a dad in the picture or whatever the case was. When I was a senior in high school, this friend of mine, his girlfriend had just broken up with him, and he invited me to go to prom. And I wanted to go. It was a time to have an experience, a high school experience. I'd missed out on a whole lot of others. And a girl from a neighboring church found out that I went and managed to get a picture of me and posted it in the lobby of the church for everyone to see what a sinner I was. I was very furious about that. And I held on to that hurt for a long time till I eventually moved out of my mom's house and quit going to church. Didn't want any part of it until I had kids. When I had kids, I wanted them to know God, and I wanted them to have a relationship stronger than what I had. So I finally decided to go back and searched a lot of churches till I found one that was very welcoming, very kind and loving, and called it home. My husband at the time was dealing with some health issues, and then life threw a curveball, and he turned to alcohol. And I didn't really know what to do. There wasn't anything I could do to help him. He was going to have to figure that out. All I could do was support and pray and support and pray and support and pray and support and pray. It didn't ever seem to be enough, and our marriage started to deteriorate. I didn't really know. There were lots of times I didn't really know what to do. And I'm thankful I had the women of the church who were very supportive. They held me up, and they prayed for me. They prayed with me. Sometimes they talked sense into me. Whatever it was that I needed, they were there. That was a huge help. But I didn't know where it was going. I was praying for God to just help us figure something out, either heal him or just have him ended, whatever it was. It just released me so I could go, or heal him so that we could find some peace maybe. It was really hard probably the last 3 or 4 years because it just escalated. At one point I was in a group, and Ruth Clark was leader of the group, and we went to pray, and she prayed the Lord would bless me with a song every morning. And every morning I woke up to a song. For 2 years, I woke up to a song every morning, which is amazing. And still sometimes he'll wake me up to a song. Sometimes that was the one thing that was holding me together. It was the one thing that was getting me through. Eventually, my husband came to a decision and told me he did not want to be married anymore. And I was immediately flooded with peace. I'd been waiting for an answer of some sort, so this was definitely wanted, but I did not expect the amount of peace that I felt. I was overwhelmed with, okay, all right, this is it. It's an answer. My self-esteem took a huge hit. You go through all the things. What did I do wrong? What didn't I do that I needed to do? What should I have done differently? How could I have approached it differently? There's lots of questions that you start thinking about over and over and over. Thankfully, I had the women of the church, people like Elisa Berry and Ruth Clark, Melissa Spraggins, Mama Grace, who were there holding me together basically, because I was lost. I was just lost. I didn't know what to do. I knew that I had been praying for some type of answer. I wasn't prepared to have to start all over again. 49 and single again was not fun. I didn't want to do that. But I cannot imagine what I would have done if I had been in that situation. During those years, I wasn't even going to church. The fact that they were such a huge support in the middle of the hurt of the divorce, God was healing my church hurt with these women who supported me and walked me through that and loved on me through it all, regardless of the fact that it was a divorce. The thing that had been used to hurt us to start with. So when my husband told me that he didn't want to be married anymore, my first thought was, how am I going to do this? Someone sent me a message asking if I was looking for work on it was like the 8th. And I talked to them on the 9th. I interviewed on the 10th, had a full-time job on the 13th. Was amazing. And then I was like, okay, but now I got to have somewhere to live. Where am I going to go? I talked to some friends of mine who work for a rental company, and they had several properties. But what she did, Miss Charlotte, was print a list for me and then highlighted anything in my price range in decent neighborhoods where I wouldn't have to worry. Full-time job on the 13th. Looked at a place on the 15th, paid the deposit on the 20th, moved in on the 24th. It was like God was literally just throwing out stepping stones and saying, okay, here's your next step. Okay, here's your next step. Here's your next step. And it was all Him, literally nothing I could do. I mean, from the time that my husband said he didn't want to be married until the time I moved into the place, he had provided everything. I had deposits, I had furniture, I had help moving, I had place to move to, I had the new job. It was wild. And after a little bit, the boys and I, because they moved in with me, started to relax, started to breathe again. Hearing Aaron laugh for the first time after years of not hearing him laugh was so joyful for me. And then Zach starting to dream for himself, things he wanted to do. He went to MA school and he did phlebotomy. Watching him start to make plans was a beautiful thing. You are never alone. He is with you in every disappointment. You have to decide that you're going to choose Him. But He is always there. He's just waiting for you.